Rubber match between the Dodgers and the Twins. The Dodgers took the first game of this series 5-2 on a night where Ohtani both started the game and went deep. The Dodgers hit 4 home runs total, and that just hung on 5-2. Last night, as they tried to follow it up, was not pretty. 10-7 Minnesota. The Twins taking advantage of 7 walks and 2 errors, none bigger than this one from Edgardo Enriquez. And so this is the rubber match between the clubs. And Tyler Glasnow takes the mound, trying to pitch him to a series win. Let's see the lineup that he'll face off with today. Byron Buxton leads it off, and then Willie Castro in left field hitting second. Trevor Larnach's back in there hitting third. Ryan Jeffers, the catcher, bats cleanup with Cody Clemens at second base. Ty France at first. Matt Wallner DHs today. Royce Lewis at third base. And Brooks Lee starts at short. Carlos Correa 1 for 12 with 7 strikeouts in his career against Tyler Glasnow. So good day for him to get some rest. 2 games for Glasnow since coming off of the injured list. Both of them against the Brewers. A run over 5 innings in Milwaukee, then a run over 6 innings on Friday against the Brewers.
He has been dominant, and he is mostly dominant when he throws a first pitch strike, and he has killed right-handed hitters. They are hitting .078. He's only facing 4 of those so far in this lineup, 1 coming up to the plate right now, but the lefties are the ones that have got to him a little bit. These last 2 games, this is the pitch selection that he has used. And everything I think he can throw in any count. I think he has confidence in all those pitches.
Been throwing the sinker more the last couple games. Says that he feels like it's the one pitch where his mechanics don't have to be totally lined up, and he still throws it for a strike, still gets good movement on it. See what he features today as Buxton climbs in. Glasnow comes home, and off we go with a ball away. You mentioned the first pitch strike thing. Overall, he's league average, throwing strikes, no problem. Dead last first pitch.
Yeah, it's really interesting because he will just pound the zone sometimes, and then all of a sudden it does kind of depart from him. But it's really odd that the strike percentage changes in that first pitch, because that's when, as a pitcher, you're like, I just want to break on top. I can be aggressive. The hitter, you know, he might not be swinging. He might be swinging. I can fool him with this or that. But strike percentage very, very low, the worst.
1-1 to Buxton. Swing and a miss. So is that, I mean, if it's from first pitch is totally different than the rest of the time? Intent, mindset?
Yeah, a little bit of that. And I think he's got, you know, the chase slider, the chase curveball. So, you know, that first pitch strike, they're probably wanting him to throw it over the plate so he doesn't get the chases as much.
And then when he gets to 2 strikes, he's unhittable. Opponents are 2 for 54 with 2 strikes as Buxton goes down. They strike out about 60% of the time once it reaches 2 strikes.
Yeah, when you have 4 pitches and you trust them all and you could throw them all in any count, and especially when you're ahead, yeah, the hitter is really behind.
Buxton was, and Glasnow starts the game with a strikeout. Willie Castro. 1 for 10 over the first 2 games of this series. Twins have had all kinds of traffic both nights, pretty similar in setting it up. Just last night, the difference was they were able to take advantage of it and score those 10 runs without the benefit of a home run. They did it with a bunch of walks. They did it with the 2 errors. And a game that Dave Roberts said better be rock bottom.
It better be. I mean, so many areas to improve from yesterday. And really the last 14 games, there have been multiple departments that have failed them.
They're lately much more about the run prevention than the run scoring.
Yes, for sure. They're averaging over the last 4 games, averaging 6 runs a game. That should be plenty for a good pitching staff. And really, the starters have started to really round into form. It's the bullpen that really has been the Achilles heel. And a little bit of the defense has pitched in.
1-2 on Castro. Here comes Glasnow with a fastball chopped foul. Twins trying to win a series against the Dodgers for the first time since 2011. And trying to keep their hopes alive, looking towards the postseason and more immediately towards the trade deadline. Castro launches a ball to right center field. Hernandez on the run. Shy of the track, gets there. If Glasnow and the Dodgers get 7 Ks in this game, everybody gets a free jumbo jack tomorrow on the off day. The purchase of a large drink. Last time he faced these Twins, it was his 4th start with the Dodgers, and it was a 14 strikeout, no walk masterpiece in Minnesota last April.
Good feelings when you see this Minnesota uniform.
With 2 outs, Trevor Larnach takes a ball. They're clean uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
One. Larnach was 0 for 3 in the first game, had yesterday off. He's now 3 of his last 28. One of the several former first-round picks that they'd love to have make that next step. Cutter inside, 2-1.
A lot of the offensive load on his shoulders, batting in the 3 spot.
Ooh, wow. Rookie umpire Charlie Ramos back there today.
Ball had nice movement coming back right there, clipping the strike zone. Just didn't get the call.
So it's 3-1. Glasnow fires. 3-2. And here he is again with 2 strikes. Best in baseball once he gets you there.
The weakest of the 2 strike counts, but still 2 strikes. And this should be the mentality almost of the first pitch strike, right? You want to get ahead, or you don't want to walk them. Good stuff in the zone.
And his stuff is so good, is so powerful that you shouldn't need to do a whole lot more than throw a strike with it.
Exactly. He was upset with the curveball that he hung a little bit for the fly out to right. He came back with a curveball in this sequence and slipped out of his hand. So I got to say, you eliminate that pitch.
Here's his 3-2. Oh my goodness.
That is squeezed twice. Those are both right there. This one and one prior.
That's a sinker that he's been throwing more and more. And he's thrown 2 perfect ones in this at bat, but not gotten the call.
Yeah, that zone is very tight.
Inning kept alive for Ryan Jeffers. Reached base 4 times in the first game of this series. Extended his hitting streak yesterday to have that streak come to an end. On this 1-0 pitch, Jeffers fouls it back, 1-1.
Really should be 3 outs. So now we have 2 outs and a man on first. Only 1 of 4 first pitch strikes.
And then all these pitches that he has to throw after getting squeezed there. The tax to it. Flip to right, Teoscar Hernandez. Only 3 additional throws from Glasnow to finish off a scoreless first. Dodger lineup presented by your Southern California helpful Honda dealers. Betts and Ohtani at the top. Teoscar Hernandez back in there hitting 3rd today with Will Smith getting the day game off. Freddie Freeman and Andy Pages, who's gone deep back-to-back games. Dalton Rushing starts at catcher. Kim, Edman, and Outman. It's a familiar foe, Chris Paddock, the former San Diego Padre, now with the Minnesota Twins. On Friday in Colorado, started the game by giving up 4 consecutive extra base hits. When it was all said and done, he had allowed 5 runs over 5 innings, and in his last 2 starts, he's given up 11. Before this one even begins, his catcher Ryan Jeffers having some kind of equipment issue.
For Chris Paddock, there's really only a couple pitches that he would want to pull the trigger on as far as batting average against with the league, and it's his slider and his changeup. But he's trying to get the fastball to work. He's trying to get the sinker to work. He's trying to get the cutter to work, but the league is catching up to him. His nickname is the Sheriff, but I don't think there's many bullets in his gun right now.
Well, they've already called a pitch clock violation on some combination of Paddock and Jeffers. Charlie Ramos not making any friends with the pitchers so far. So a strike on Betts, but it's 1-1 with the first pitch that Paddock throws. Maybe Mookie will get right facing Paddock. He's 6 for 9 with a home run against him. A lot of those lately. One away. Betts retired. Ohtani coming up with a home run in 4 consecutive games, and here they are on StatCast.
The location of the pitch on the left, and then where he hit it, and he pretty much did hit it where it was pitched. Well done, Shohei, and well done, graphics department.
Beautiful. 9 RBIs over those 4 games for Ohtani. First time in his career that he's done that. 4 consecutive games going deep. Tied for the lead again in the National League, 36 this year, tied with Suarez of the Diamondbacks. Everybody chasing big dumpers, got 39. There's the change, and it's 0-2.
Shohei in a good situation to have a 5th home run in 5 games in a row. With the day game, the ball carries better here. There is a little bit of breeze blowing out.
Fly ball center field, headed for the seats, reaching him again. 5th consecutive game with a Shohei home run.
Breaking ball, he supplies the power. The home run last night was on a split finger, and he's hit all of them from center field to left field, staying back, letting the ball travel, and then using his own power.
Ties the franchise record with a home run in 5 games in a row. Otherworldly.
Just a guy you cannot make a mistake to, and especially right now. Over the last 4 games, yes, the home runs and the 5th one here, but now hitting over 300 in the last 5 games, including today, with power.
Paddock ahead of Hernandez, 0-2. Stands alone at the top of the National League leaderboard and has now hit 91 over his first season plus with LA. Hernandez stays alive, trying to follow Ohtani's lead and get that bat heating up. 1 out of 15 so far in the second half, and then he had yesterday off. Clear line of break in this season for him. Hot stretches. I mean, there have been single swings where it's been like, there it is. But there have not been week-long stretches where we've said Teoscar looks like he's back to what he did before the injury. 2-2.
Yeah, you want to have more than Teoscar moments. You need to start building some chapters.
In the hole, it's short lead, but he has no play, and it's a hit for Hernandez. Putting it in play with 2 strikes.
I think that one will be a hit. Shohei hit his home run with 2 strikes. Teoscar gets a hit here with the accuracy of this ball in the 6th hole.
So man aboard for Freddie Freeman. Singled and walked twice yesterday and has reached base 9 games in a row. Talked about Mookie being really good against Paddock in his career. It's been the other way for Freddie Freeman. Wonder about that changeup that has been Paddock's best pitch, making him tough against lefties. But Freeman just 1 for 10 against Paddock. The 0-1 pitch lifted towards the left field corner, and Willie Castro. Freeman's out number 2. Good signs from Andy Pages the last few days. He's homered in back-to-back golf ball games, 5 out of his last 10. And yesterday, it wasn't just the home run. He also had a walk where he took a really tough borderline breaking pitch. And he singled against Yohan Duran on a 102-mile-per-hour fastball. That's the fastest pitch turned into a hit by a Dodger in 3 years. Pops the first one up that he sees against Paddock right here. Ty France puts it away and ends the inning. But Shohei Ohtani, another day, another Ohtani bomb. 5th game in a row where he finds the seats and the Dodgers lead after 1. First inning, 5th consecutive game with 1 for Shohei.
It's real easy right now with Will Smith not in the lineup of who you don't want to beat you. And there's a glance at the 5 trajectories of those home runs.
Well, how do you give him anything?
You don't.
Remotely good here.
Yeah, with Will out of the lineup, he's the easiest guy in the world to label, don't let him beat me. I'm very surprised he threw that pitch and where it was. I mean,
those are the ones Ohtani hits 450 feet the other way.
Yeah, and he didn't expect it because that's like a sweet spot. They're not going to throw it to me there. And he throws him a high breaking ball, which he hit for the home run. I'm just not on the same page.
He's homered against breaking balls more than any hitter this year. Down the line foul, 2-2. So then when you're the hitter in that situation, you know that you're not going to get too much good to hit. And it becomes a different kind of challenge than your ordinary hitter would face.
I don't want to talk about how I think I would get him out, but I would miss inside with a fastball right now.
Fastball got him. Elevated the fastball, and Paddock has retired 8 in a row. Gets Betts looking on the outside corner. That zone is widened from Charlie Ramos as this game has gone on.
It really has. Mookie will be upset when he sees this one. He did flip the strike zone, though, just by a hair.
Paddock had been averaging about 4 strikeouts per start. That's his 7th today. Ohtani, the lone man to get him. Home run in the first inning, but then Paddock came after him with the bases empty and 2 outs, a little bit surprisingly in the 3rd, and struck him out with the elevated fastball. Here's the 0-1. There's strike 2. Here's the home run from the 1st.
Shohei supplied the power again. Last 5 games, that is the 5th home run in a row.
By himself again. 17 away from what he hit in his first year with the Dodgers when he went on an absolute tear over the last month. Paddock gets him again. 97, letter high. Stuff's playing up as the game goes on for Paddock.
Right field.
Micro of how many pitchers they used last night, and the macro of this month of struggles.
When you've won only 3 of your last 14 games and you have an ugly game like yesterday, you need this outing, and they're going to need to turn it into a W.
There's another strikeout for Glasnow, his 11th on a curve against France.
Love the curveball right down the middle. Looks like a fastball in the middle, and then you get those weak swings because they gear up for fastball, release the bat like it's a fastball, but then it's not.
Gets it on his 100th pitch. Ball on Walner. Big hitter right here with Royce Lewis waiting on deck. The only guy to do anything against Glasnow today. On the corner, 1-1. Tyler Glasnow fires a 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. $17 2/3 since coming off of the injured list for Tyler Glasnow. Yeah, and only 2 earned runs. A 2-2 pitch. Just misses.
It's the hardest pitch to get called for a strike, and especially for a strikeout. That inside fastball, one that comes back a little bit, just grazes the strike zone because it's inside for so long, and umpires sometimes give up on it.
Here's the payoff. Got him! 12 Ks for Tyler Glasnow. Stand and stretch. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by Sit and Sleep, SoCal's most trusted mattress store. It's from Tyler Glasnow where he strikes out 12. They give him the lead. Miguel Rojas after pinch hitting stays in the game and plays short. Same deal for Will Smith at catcher. Another bullpen takes over. And I said Rojas short, beg your pardon, second base. Kirby Yates takes over. 8-9-1 coming up for the Twins. Royce Lewis leads off. His home run is accounted for the scoring for the Twins today. Lewis, Lee, and Buxton against Yates. This is the part of the roster so hard hit by injuries right now that has had the blackest eye over this 3-11 stretch. Three and 0. Strike one. Three and 1 on Lewis, starting the 8th, and he's taking a walk, tying run aboard. For more on Kirby Yates, here's Kirsten.
Thanks, Joe. Well, I was catching up with Kirby earlier, and he's pretty much a two-pitch pitcher, and his splitter is the one that is typically his bread and butter. And to start the year, he said it was excellent, but as of late, he said as much as there are times where it feels like when it's coming out of his hand, it feels like the location and the break isn't a good spot. It has been being hit for some power as of late, and so he's just feeling that it's not breaking as much. He did do some work on flat ground the last few days, and he does feel like it's starting to get back to the feel that he wants it at, so hopefully he can get back on track. But he did say that it's part of the ebbs and flows of a season, and of course with being 2/3 in, but he does expect it to be back where he expects it to be.
Pinch runner comes into the game, so Lewis is out. Deshaun Kiersey in form, representing the tying run. Outside, ball one on Brooks Lee. The splitter that Kierson's talking about, the league last year hit 114 against that pitch. It's above 300 this year. There goes Kiersey. Tying run into scoring position.
Consumed with throwing strikes, so a little easier to get a good jump over there at first, and he was in a very good position and got a good jump.
Two on Lee. Ball three. Buxton waits on deck, and this crowd restless, and you can understand why. What they've watched the last several days, especially yesterday with the bullpen, with all the walks. Alex Vesia is warming again. At least one more hitter for Yates, though.
Yeah, Vesia is definitely ready. Second time he's been up.
3-2. Yates delivers a payoff pitch, and he walked him. That is the 13th walk in 10+ innings in this series for the Dodger bullpen.
Yeah, Kirby is struggling right with arm angle, delivery as far as the timing of it, and he's falling on it for a pitch or two, but then all of a sudden it just pops right back up where it becomes more of a throw than a pitch. The split finger, when it's coming out of his hand, for me, the arm angle looks a little low and a little flat. Because with good split fingers, to keep them on the plate and make them look like they're competitive before the action starts, you want them to be more on top of the baseball as you get there. And it looks like for me, he's throwing the back of the baseball, which makes it leak out quick so the hitter can give up on it, and the movement's going to be flat.
We hope that he can find it and find it fast, because the top of the order is up. Byron Buxton, nobody happier to have Tyler Glasnow out of this game.
You don't want to throw one of those splitters right here flat to him that goes to the inside part of the plate. That pitch right there at that height, if he moves that over towards the strike zone, that is right in Buxton's sweet spot. You're glad to get that one back and that it was missed inside.
Get the feeling this is going to be his last hitter, and they're just hoping he can get to the finish line.
It is so hard to not have your stuff, your feel, your mechanics, and then have a hitter in this situation, and you really have no idea how to repeat anything good.
Got the call there.
It changes the count, but it really doesn't change your feeling on the mound. You're still searching for it and looking for an answer.
2-1 pitch to Buxton. Inside corner, got the call. 2-2. Kirby Yates has the lowest walk rate of his career going this year. He'd only walked 1 all month. He'd only walked 3 since the start of June. Back-to-back free passes to open this inning. From 2-0 to 2-2 on Buxton. Here he comes.
But you could tell because he's pulling the trigger on the fastball in on him, but he does not trust the splitty. And the last thing you want to do is hang something soft to this guy. So far they have defaulted to crowding him.
First time today the Twins have had multiple runners on base. Kiersey at second, Lee at first. 2-2 on Byron Buxton. Runners take off, throw to third. Not in time, and the first steal of third all year for the Twins.
Soon with throwing strikes, making a pitch to a huge hitter, they got big jumps, just like they stole second.
So now 3-2 on Buxton. First base open. Ball 4, and he's walked the bases loaded. Dave Roberts is going to head out and make a change. Only 6 strikes out of those 18 pitches from Yates.
He didn't give in to him. He threw the splitter, but Buxton was ready for it and spit on it.
Vesia right into the fire, trying to save the day. It's the first run that he had allowed in a month. He's only given up runs in 2 games the last 2 months.
Dominates left-handed hitters, but right here a switch hitter in the right-handed batter's box, a lefty on deck. See how Rocco Baldelli plays it with Vesia on the mound, throwing with his left hand.
And a 2-1 game. Bases loaded, nobody out. Willie Castro, the 2-hitter. Grounds one left side. Betts will go to second for 1. Over to first. A double play. The Twins have tied it as Kiersey steps on home.
Good work from Mookie to Miggy to Freddie. And you will give up 1 and have the game tied if you get 2 of these.
Brooks Lee advanced to third. And now pinch hitter instead of Trevor Larnach, it'll be Harrison Bader. 1 for 9 in this series. 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah. We're trying to buck the trend here by pinch hitting with run in scoring position. Their game 1 really fell on Bader's shoulders as far as why they didn't produce.
They left 7 men on base in that 5-2 Dodger win. 13 left on base in the 2 games.
It's a nice change of pace, bringing Vesia in and getting those 2 outs very quickly. Yates was the 3rd Dodger reliever that had walked 3 guys right away. As soon as they come into their outing, it's like find the strike zone. It is very tough for a manager and a pitching coach to have guys come out of the bullpen gate and not throw strikes.
Here we go. Go ahead run at third, 2 out, and Bader swings and misses. 2 pitches, 2 outs, and strike 1. Now an 0-1. Top of the order coming up for the Dodgers in the 8th. 2, 3, and 4. Took the lead in the bottom of the 7th. Twins have responded, tying it in the top of the 8th. 1-1 pitch. Bader hits a big bouncer. Oh boy, trouble. Twins have taken the lead on an infield hit from Harrison Bader.
This is exactly how walks kill you, because sooner or later, if the opposing team puts the ball in play, baseball allows them to get hits on things like this. And so when you give free passes, they score, because the probabilities of baseball, something's going to fall in.
Both charged to Yates, but closed on him now. Twins lead for the first time today. Last 2 games, 11 walks. 8 have come in to score. So even though the Dodgers are out homering the Twins 7-2 in this series, find themselves needing a late comeback to avoid losing the series. And walks the biggest differentiator. There goes Bader. Throw from Smith. Not in time. And the Twins, the slowest base running team in the majors, running wild here in the 8th inning.
Will Smith does everything he can to get the ball down to second as soon as possible, including the sidearm throw.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are challenging the safe call at second base.
Trying to see, he's safe originally, but when the lead foot comes off, is the back foot off? And is there a moment there where he is not touching the base and the glove's on his back? Doesn't look like the back foot has any trouble staying on the base after the front foot comes off. Glove doesn't get there in time.
If it did, this would be the ultimate. That's not what replay was intended for.
Right.
Overturn, but doesn't look like it will be.
Will did everything he could to get it down there. I mean, we have seen him make some outstanding throws from completely different postures and pitches and locations.
Can you believe Tyler Glasnow was in this game 1 inning ago?
It feels like it's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
There have been 3 walks in this inning and 4 stolen bases, depending on this challenge. And the only hit is an infield chopper.
After review, the call is confirmed. The runner is safe. Dodgers lose its challenge.
Three walks and 4 stolen bases in this inning for the Twins. Counts 1-1 on Jeffers. It's 1-2.
It was crisp. It was fun. It was great to watch Tyler Glasnow out there. Chris Paddock was doing it. But right about now, I think some fans are irritated. And these are the most painful innings to not execute at a high level. When you feel like you're going to win the game or you're in the game, and then all of a sudden it feels like you're just kind of handing it to the opposing team.
Another 2-2 to Jeffers. Lined into left. Pages is there. Minnesota takes the lead, taking advantage of the 3 walks. Comes on to pitch, and Shohei Ohtani gets ready to lead off the inning with the Dodgers down a run, trailing for the first time in this game. Ohtani got him going today with his 37th home run to lead the National League, 5th consecutive game that he's hit one. Tying a franchise record. Last guy to do it was Max Muncy. Duke Snider did it. Franchise's all-time Hall of Fame guy, home run hitter. Just misses there, 1-1. Couple defensive changes for the Twins after the moving that they did last inning. Harrison Bader's in left field, Kiersey's in right. One and two. Willie Castro, by the way, has moved to third. Ohtani, Teoscar, and Freeman coming up here. One-two from Stewart. Fly ball towards the left field corner. Bader's going over. He's got room, and he goes to his seat to make the catch.
Ranges over to his right, and at the end when he slips, he makes the good decision to not worry about the footwork, but just to keep his eyes as steady as possible to catch it, and actually goes to 2 hands to make sure he holds on.
But not hitting. And other times hitting but not pitching.
That's where that dependability that you talked about comes in. One of the departments has to be dependable.
Anthony Bonda was today. Scoreless top of the 9th. Here we go to the bottom half. Griffin Jacks coming on. 8, 9, and 1 coming up. Dodgers can make some magic here in the 9th inning. Down 3-2. And as good as Griffin Jacks has been, Yohan Duran has had the monopoly on the 9th inning. Jacks does not have a save this year. 15 for his career. But looking for his first one this season in his 5th try. 0 for 4 in save situations. Tommy Edman will lead things off, and then Dave Roberts is going to pinch hit for James Outman with Michael Conforto before it turns around to the top and Mookie Betts. Edman 2 for 3. 1 ball, no strikes. Lead in the majors and comeback wins this year. Those have been few and far between lately, though. 1-1. Dodgers got a run in the first on Ohtani's home run. Twins tied it on a Lewis home run in the third. LA retook the lead in the seventh, only to see it disappear in the eighth. Edman flips one to left center field. Bader's got it. One gone in the ninth.
Jax's changeup took the sting out of that swing.
It's the best swing and miss changeup in the league. He's got the best swing and miss sweeper in the league as well. Conforto to pinch hit for Outman. Strokes one up the middle, that's caught by Lee. Shortstop is positioned right behind the bag. Conforto hit it on the screws, but into the second out.
Michael's expected batting average is better. His numbers are bad, but boy, expected should be higher. Actual is lower. He's hit the ball hard a lot this year.
Up to bats, try to keep their hopes alive. Ohtani waits on deck. Mookie's 0 for 4 today. 0 for his last 10. 1-1.
This is a perfect setup for a walk-off. Mookie can get on. Shohei has really understood the moment since putting on the Dodger uniform.
Betts today is twice flied to right. The one ball that he pulled was on the ground to short. Check swing, no swing, 2-2.
Real good take. Competitive pitch just off the edge. Mookie was strong enough to hold up.
On a 2-2 pitch, Betts grounds it foul.
That was one to hit right there. Sweeper backed up, gave him something middle in. Jax was going to throw a better one than the last one, and it slipped out.
Tapper, left side. He's got a shot. Here's the throw. Not in time. Shohei Ohtani gets his chance.
Twins went ahead on a ball hit about this velocity, and now the Dodgers have a chance on an infield signal.
Made for the movie finish. Esteury Ruiz is the on-deck hitter, having pinch run for Teoscar Hernandez. If ever there's a time to intentionally walk the tying run into scoring position and the winning run on base, it's now. And they will.
They're putting him on. Barry Bonds treatment.
Rocco Baldelli's saying, hey, I'm not going after Ohtani. If Esteury Ruiz beats us, it just wasn't meant to be today.
Yeah.
Would I rather face the second coming of Babe Ruth or Esteury Ruiz?
I think it's the right call.
Ruiz in the game as a pinch runner. At the plate, 4 for 16 as a Dodger with a home run. He does have 2 walk-off hits in his career. Back with the A's as a rookie in 2023. As has been the case in this really rough month, they continue to do it fighting. now Jax falls behind the light-hitting Ruiz 2-0. The pitch. Ball 3.
Like the strategy of walking Ohtani, Ruiz has to take at least 2 pitches. You have to get Freeman to the plate if either one of these next 2 are a ball.
Taken again.
I am.
If he's doing it on his own. He didn't look down at anybody for any direction. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 to load the bases for Freeman.
Even though there's a walk before him, Freddie will be ready to swing on the very first pitch if he likes it.
Where have we seen that before? Took a strike. Took strike 2.
He's pitching him backwards with the fastball. The outstanding changeup, the outstanding sweeper, and Freddie hasn't seen either one.
Dodgers left him loaded in the 7th and the 8th. Loaded in the 9th. 0-2 in the dirt.
If it's an off-speed pitch in the strike zone, Freddie's probably going to pull it. If it's a fastball, you could drive a Mack truck over on the left side of the infield. You could drive it through that hole.
On 1-2. Freddie Freeman sits it foul.
Late on 98 is on time because that gives him a chance at Jax's 2 best pitches, the changeup and the sweeper.
That's at third, the tying run. Ohtani at second, the winning run. 1-2. Freeman lines the ball to left field. Bader can't get it, and the Dodgers win. Shades of October in July. Freddie Freeman, the hero. Down to their last breath, hitter after hitter after hitter after hitter. 4 consecutive 2-out base runners, and the Dodgers steal a win in the bottom of the 9th to take the series.
A base hit and a walk that covers a multitude of sins. They tried to go up and beat him with another fastball. They left it down. And Freddie, with his adjustment of a little bit more weight on the front side, hits a line drive that wins the game by inches.
Bader that close. Boy, the game was on Bader's plate, at the plate for a lot of the series, and he struggled. Had a chance to win in the series by making the catch, couldn't get it. And the Dodgers come back after giving the lead away to win it 4-3. Talk to you from Boston.